Relax, this is your crib!
Yeah. Once again, we are in the building live at Studio 225 on this Saturday afternoon. It's a good day for baseball. Well, this is a little bit rainy, but still, all in all, good day for baseball. Absolutely, man. Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and just get right into it, man. It's your boy Dro.
Your boy DC.
And we have a very special guest in the building. He is a coach at Akron University, the baseball coach. Is a black baseball coach at that. You know what I mean? That's a super flex.
Yeah.
Former coach at Talmadge High School. And yeah, there's a lot of good things going on for the youth in the city who love the game of baseball. Providing opportunities, and that should be saluted. You know what I mean? Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
I am Coach Brooks. I have a baseball camp coming up August 12th, 2023 at Patterson Park, right behind Stonehenge. Anybody from Akron, been in Akron 10 plus years, everybody know where Patterson Park is at. It's a landmark. Off the expressway, you driving past, you see all the fields.
Mm-hmm.
I have a campus free from ages 7 through 17, boys and girls, more than welcome to come because our young ladies play softball.
Right.
So with that being said, getting the skills in baseball will give you an edge against the young ladies out on the softball field.
For sure. That is a good look, because that's not something that's really popular in the city. We have tons of football camps, we have tons of basketball camps and AAUs, this, that, and the third. But I think baseball is kind of overlooked in the city within like our community. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely though. We talked to you before, so we do got some rundown. But for those who don't know, man, you were a former player, right? At one point in time.
Yes, at the University of Akron from 2011 to 2012.
Yeah,
Sure.
And from there, you got into coaching, or
Yes, fast forward from 2019 to currently. I've been coaching, started from the ground up. I was an assistant for Wobble. Then I moved up to Emmanuel Christian Academy in Akron. They didn't have a program. I stressed about the program. Was elected as the head coach. Then from there, got hired Talmadge High School, JV coach, first African American coach at Talmadge High School.
That's big.
And then I was a walk-on for the University of Akron's D1 for the assistant analytics coaching position.
and that's where you at now, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out to Coach Beals. He's no longer at Akron U, but he gave me the opportunity, and I'm going to cherish it moving forward.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man.
For sure, man. That's
Yeah,
what's
that's
up.
it, man. Like, yeah.
What's the experience like being a coach at Akron U?
Well, it's different. Coming from West Akron and baseball being overlooked,
Yeah.
and seeing all my friends, associates, people I grew up with, all playing baseball, but then went towards football and basketball when I stayed with baseball and never gave up.
Yeah. How do you think we could get more youth involved, more African American youth involved in the game of baseball?
I feel that number one, we need educated brothers about the game, past Little League, played D1 baseball, tried out for the MLB, minor leagues.
Right.
That's where it's going to start at this point, because they shut down Wobble at one point in Akron, brought it back, but there's not any noise. With that being said, for my camp, I'm having a couple rubber ducks. If you guys don't know the Akron Rubber Ducks,
Yeah.
a couple coaches, they're coming to the camp to volunteer. I have a former D1 college player from Notre Dame. He's now firefighter for Akron. His name is Marlon Somerville. He was a pitcher. Went to Elliott, came out in '04.
Okay.
He's going to volunteer.
Oh, that's dope.
Coach Danzy for Bookdo High School's baseball program. We spoke. He's coming down. So I'm getting all experienced coaches, ex-players with the knowledge. I invited the athletic director, deputy AD from Akron U, which is a brother, Marcus Jennings. His son plays for Holden baseball team. Okay. He's a potential candidate for full ride scholarships for baseball. He'll be a senior this upcoming school year. He's coming to volunteer as a player coach.
Okay.
So he's going to be helping with the 7-year-olds to the 11-year-olds, so they can see a young African American player reaching his goals in the baseball field, and that's amazing. We don't have that in the city.
Yeah, that is true. And so this camp you're talking about,
yes.
Is from 7 to 17-year-olds?
Yes.
Yeah. And both male and females are
correct.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And it's free.
Right.
Donations are appreciated and accepted. But we have sponsors from Ann's Diner. They're providing the food.
That's dope.
Nicole's Restaurant is providing the hydration, Gatorades, waters, juice boxes.
Right.
9 times out of 10, August is hot. You're not drinking any pop on a hot Saturday. It's going to slow you down.
Right.
So my goal is to have Black-owned businesses sponsor and keep everything in-house.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. Like you guys, restaurants, all businesses. Because at one point we had all Black businesses and destroyed, and now they're coming back up. And we need to keep that and move forward.
Yeah, most definitely.
For sure. Growing up, watching the game of baseball, I'm not even sure if we asked you this the last time.
No, I don't think so.
Who is your favorite player?
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Ken Griffey Jr.
That was my guy too.
The kid.
Swing.
But I can name more.
Kenny Lofton.
Yeah, give me like 5 of them.
Okay, we got Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, post steroids era.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
Pittsburgh
about that
Pirates.
Before the big head, right?
Ken Griffey Jr., of course. Sergio Page, Willie Mays.
Yeah.
The Negro Leagues. I have half their jerseys in my house. And still have them. Love them.
Valuable.
Yeah, that's dope.
So that's just to name a few.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we was going through just nostalgic shit, and it was a bunch of cards and stuff like that. I got old player cards and stuff. Man, I got a lot of like just old stuff done. That was pretty good, man. Like I was surprised. Yeah, Barry Bonds, like the Pirates. That's what made me think of it. I'm like,
post era.
The Mark McGuire with the Oakland Athletics, and the Bass Brothers.
You going back? That's like 80s.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, some cards. I got some cards, man.
Are you a collector?
I used to.
Yeah,
that's what it was for me as a kid.
Because trading cards nowadays, unless you go to someone that really want them.
Yeah, right. You just buying it to have it.
Because back in the day, trading cards was a thing.
Yeah, but that's crazy, man. Like, what made us look at him, I think, we was talking about a LeBron James rookie went for like $8 million or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
It was something crazy like that. And I'm like, well, just let's go look and see what kind of cards I got.
And then we looking up the value of the cards, and most of them was like just a couple dollars or a few cents.
Yeah. But it add up if you got about 600-800.
And he does.
Hell yeah, I do got a nice amount of them joints. Hell yeah, man. So tell us about the Akron Baseball Project, Inc.
It was something that I thought about in high school. I said, when I'm done playing the game, I wanted to open up a baseball camp in my city where I'm from.
Yeah.
The game ended earlier than I expected.
Right.
So then I started putting this together 4 or 5 weeks ago, and it's been flourishing. I published the event on Eventbrite a little over 48 hours ago, and so far I have 34 registration tickets.
That was quick.
My goal is to reach 100 by July 30th.
Okay.
because then I'm going to start to order the camp shirts for
And
the
make
youth.
sure that everybody got what they need. Yeah, yeah.
So
that's
right
nice.
now, it's moving pretty quickly. Like I said, this is going to be something that hasn't been done in my lifetime in my 31 years.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know about 1990 and back, but from 91 to 23,
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Right.
I've seen clinics, but people will host clinics in basketball gyms for baseball. That's not baseball. You have to go
Yeah, you
to
actually-
indoor turf fields, baseball turf fields. So from what I've seen, people don't respect baseball because the people that's throwing it is not respecting it.
Right. Yeah. They don't even understand.
And
Yeah,
then
I got you.
it's like I get some people have clinics in February. It's the winter time. But there's indoor turf fields for baseball. Not going to your local rec center and the basketball court. It's not basketball camp.
Yeah.
So that really disturbed me over the years. And so I came up with the Akron Baseball Project. And it is a project. It's going to take some time. And I'm young enough for that time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To put in the foundation. Akron City Parks gave me the permit. They are giving me one shot
Right.
to see how this goes and then to move forward. Getting the liability insurance for the event. We'll have that for August 12th, just in case if any kids get hurt with the ball.
Right.
Everything's covered.
Right. That's great. That's great to hear, man. And so, and this is for us that, you know what I'm saying, for any kid, like, I mean, this isn't like you don't have to already know how to throw a ball or,
No.
yeah.
We have all these coaches, ex-players, current players that are going to teach the right way how to play and how to get to the next level, not just through little league or middle school and high school. Now, there is one thing I will say to anybody out there that is an aspiring softball or MLB or minor league player. When you go to these MLB camps, there's one major thing they do not tell you when they invite you.
What's that?
They're looking for pitchers because they're disposable.
Yeah, you can
If
get
you're
as many of them
if you are a positional player, they don't tell you that when they invite you.
Right.
They invite you there, but they're really looking for pitchers.
Right.
The only way if you're going to get chosen straight from an MLB tryout to the show, you will have to smack
Yeah, it'd be
16
amazing.
balls out the park, and then they're going to test you for steroids because it's
Right.
never
Yeah,
been
it's
done.
never right. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
right,
like a give and take.
right. It's one of those things. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the trick. But to all the young ones, I would say get in contact with your ADs at your local high schools and colleges. See who you can talk to, network, and that's how you get your foot in the door as an African American.
Right.
Like I was just telling you guys about the Cleveland Guardians. They're on now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
They have 40 players on the roster. Only one is an African American.
Crazy.
And that's Mackenzie, which is a pitcher.
Right. Yeah, which is crazy. And speaking of that, you said you got a chance to go up and be a coach for a day?
3-day camp.
That was, yeah.
This week it was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for the Akron Rubber Ducks. I got invited. Thank you, Mr. Roy Jacobs, the CEO of Sales and Fundraising.
Oh, yeah.
I walked in as a walk-in. I showed him my proposal for the Akron Baseball Project.
Right.
Shout out to Imani and
Yeah.
my guy over here. And then he told me he'll reach out. He didn't call back. I called back about a week later. I refreshed his memory. He a busy man. I get you a CEO.
right.
You
You
can't
got
think of
this,
everybody.
right.
So he told me, come down to the office downtown. I'll give you an interview. And when I explain my proposal and when I'm talking to you guys about,
Right.
the words he's told me is that he's sold.
Right. There it is.
And then he said, I'm inviting you as one of my coaches for my camp on July 12th, 13th, and 14th.
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
And then also next week on Wednesday, which is I think the 19th, the kids graduate. They get Ducks tickets. They'll get put on the field before the game start, pregame, and then they'll get their certificates.
Oh yeah.
So we'll be there for that, and we got our camp shirts to represent.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. So yeah, how does it feel? Like, I mean, it kind of feels like you're like usually the first when you enter a room when it comes to these type situations.
I've been used to it as a player.
Right.
Since I was 4 years old. And my first time I went outside the city to play, I was probably about 10 or 11. Was playing in Elliott, Firestone, Kenmore at the time. Baseball was a bad sport back when I was younger.
Yeah.
And my talent spoke for itself. They didn't look at the color of my skin.
Right.
They just looked at the skill because that's all that matters.
Right. It's like, yeah, he's good.
You could be brown, black, purple. If you can smack a baseball and catch it, they don't care who you are.
Yeah.
And then now into the coaching realm, it's been pretty different. For example, the last day of camp for the Rubber Ducks was yesterday. Roy Jacobs introduced me to the fans, which was the parents, and said that, hey, we got a former D1, Coach Donnie Brooks. The parents were shocked.
Right.
And half the players was asking for my autograph.
Right. He's got to be the only black guy.
And one of the players, which is going to be volunteering, Coach Somerville, he said, how does it feel, man, to sign autographs again? I said, man, I've signed autographs since 2013, man. So it felt good. It's been about 10 years. So, but now I'm signing as Coach Brooks.
Right.
So now I got to prepare that kind of signature now.
No doubt.
I forgot the coach up there. That's dope, man. So, man, what is your plan ultimately for the project?
Ultimately, when I'm long and gone, I want this to be where we have camps all around Akron, not just Patterson, not just Erie Island, Summit Lake. Every year, I want a camp plus start our own league, not Wobble, black owned. And it can start here.
Yeah.
Do it through the Akron Baseball Project.
Okay, that sounds like a great plan to me.
Yeah, that's dope. So we talked about Barry Bonds, for one, being one of your favorite players of all time, and we all know the ugly steroid allegations that pretty much holding him out of the Hall of Fame. And how do you feel about steroids in the game of baseball today? Do you still believe it's a lot of that going on, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. The ones that they put on notice, Roger Clemens.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the only one they want to talk about. They always talk about the ones of color. Manny Ramirez, he took female enhancers.
Right.
Steroids.
Yes, steroids.
And he still got caught, still detected. Big Papi, they tried to put allegations on him, but it was enhancers, wasn't steroids.
Right.
Ken Griffey Jr. never been charged allegations only because towards the middle and end, he stayed hurt a lot. But he still made top 10 in home runs.
Yeah.
Every year.
And he's over 600. Barry Bonds, of course, is the home run king. Yeah. And then behind him is Hank Aaron.
What's Barry Bonds' exact number of home runs?
862.
Yeah, that is.
But
nuts.
When he went to San Fran,
right?
That's when he started.
Yeah.
But his career with Pittsburgh Pirates on loan still gets him to the Hall of Fame. Right. It's just to be the best at home runs.
Right.
That's what he was shooting for.
Yeah. And it kind of put an asterisk on it too, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And they have a documentary coming up with Barry Bonds, so tune in with that. It should be in the next couple months, but they're doing previews.
I'm definitely going to watch that. What's that going to be on?
ESPN.
Oh yeah,
you know it's going to be.
Is it like a 30 for 30 or?
Our segment with him talking currently.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to check him out.
And going back from how he started up till now. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's going to be pretty good.
I wonder if he's going to be like, honest and upfront about the whole steroid shit.
I don't know. I feel like
He's
he's
gonna
going to
right
probably touch it a little bit. I mean, he has
right
to.
around it. Yeah, they gonna touch it. And then they gonna,
I mean, from Pittsburgh, he wasn't. San Fran, I mean,
right.
when they threw the syringes in the outfield at left
Right.
field, the fans.
That's
and,
ugly, man.
Yeah, that was crazy. It's like, yeah, man, it's getting wild.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this current MLB season, you said you've been checking it out, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about it, man? What's your thoughts?
Well, of course, my team is home, Cleveland Guardians.
For sure.
Usually within the first, since they became the Guardians, they always start out pretty slow, and then they always make postseason.
Yeah.
I'm still a little sour about 2016, up 3-1 against Chicago Cubs when the Cavs was down 3-1.
They reversed the curse, bro.
Yeah, that was wild.
So,
That was wild.
just like in 2007, the Indians again
Yep.
up 3-1 against Boston when they had Big Papi, Manny, and then we blew that.
Yep.
And then Boston swept the Colorado Rockies in the World Series. So, with baseball, we definitely have our ups and downs, but they're still consistent. You can never say
It's a long game.
the team is sorry.
Yeah, it's a long game. You know what I'm saying?
They're like you said earlier, they're the most consistent team in sports out of Cleveland
Yes.
right now. The Indians not the Indians, but the Cavs are trying to get it back.
Right.
And the Browns is yet to.
This year, man. This is the year.
Yeah, we say it every year.
We say it every year, but this year.
Hopefully the fans don't put Deshaun Watson's truck in the hole like they did last season.
Yeah, man. Anything's possible.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. So, have you ever thought about building I know you said you just starting the project, but a lot of these baseball fields, you drive past, they abandoned and jacked up. Is there anything in the work or currently or you thought about?
Well, with that, when I was coaching at Emmanuel 2 years ago, I called Akron Rex, which is Melvin Blake, over all the Akron parks, and every time you ride by, you see a head full of grass. No one's even asked for the field. When I asked for the permit, someone came right over, cut it, lined it up, drug it. Nice field again. My goal is to get the fields back how they were in the 80s and 90s.
yeah.
Today, these baseball fields are used for drugs, homeless,
Yeah, people sleep out there.
but they don't sleep at the basketball courts or the football fields because they already know that it's security.
Lights on. They got lights out there at night. And,
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's funny because at Hawkins basketball court, the lights shine on the court, but the baseball field is dark.
Yeah.
All dark.
And it's big one giant
Field,
property.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's crazy. But that's everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, it's like that.
Because as a kid, baseball was big in the 90s.
It was.
They took care of the fields.
Yeah,
And
I remember riding past and down by Summit Lake. It always would be a game going on.
Yep. Or the lights to be on and
Yep.
shit.
Or the older people, you know what I'm saying? They'll have their little
softball
league.
games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
because back then, before they became the Arrows, they were called the Canton Indians.
Yeah.
I remember.
And then they changed the name to the Arrows in 98.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I wonder why they changed the name from the Arrows to the Rubber Ducks.
New ownership.
Yeah.
They got a manager, the owner. He's from Jacksonville, Florida. Because the tickets used to be $7. Then when he took over, he bought the Arrows. He changed the name in 2013, and now tickets are $5. So he lowered the price $2.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you know how it go. They change every 10 to 15 years with a name.
Right. It was rumored that they were changing again to the Homers or something.
They changed the mascot for the Rubber Ducks last year. It's a purple. I can't even.
Grimace looking guy.
Yes. And then sometimes they bring out Orbit from the Arrows, and then they have all the mascots together. So they got an Orbit in the closet somewhere.
Yeah, he should have never left, man. I missed the Arrows.
Back out.
The jerseys and everything was fly.
And I still have my old Arrows hat. So
for
it's
sure.
definitely a classic.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Shit, man. Ran right out my head. Yeah, I was about to ask more about the project though, man. And the camps and everything.
Yes.
When what was the date again?
August 12th, 2023.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
a
hell yeah.
Saturday.
That's a
Yes, Saturday
Yeah.
from 11 a to 4 p.
Okay.
Okay, for sure, man. That's gonna be a dope look, man. You got kids?
Yes, son, 2 daughters.
You said Eventbrite is how you sign up though, right?
Eventbrite, yes.
Yeah,
You type it in, you can put Donnie Brooks, or you can put the Akron baseball. It'll be the only camp. So
Right.
you click on it, it says free, you register, you add how many kids. Like I said, boys and girls are allowed between the ages of 7 and 17 for the youth.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna ask, are your kids involved in baseball?
My son was, but when I was coaching at Emmanuel, he was on the team, and I was a little hard on him.
Okay.
So now he plays football. Maybe one day he'll come back, but
Right.
once you see this project take
Right. Like,
take
I'll
his
come play
team,
that.
he'll be
Yeah.
back.
sure.
He'll be 10 this year, so he got plenty of time.
Oh,
But
yeah, most definitely.
he likes football
Right. He's like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm going
because
yeah, did you play football?
I
No?
did.
Oh, you did?
I did
Yeah.
South to book though, so I played
yeah.
Pee Wee, but I was just in love with baseball. And with that, football gave me that edge on the baseball field.
Right.
So against those other boys, they didn't play football, so they
Right.
didn't have that hard grit.
Right.
So that helped my game with baseball.
Okay.
So let me ask you this then: Bo Jackson or prime time?
Prime time. He went to the World Series and the Super Bowl both years and won rings. The Atlanta Braves, man.
But yeah, that is absolutely fucking true.
I got a
Definitely had the
baseball-
Jerry
I think
curl.
I got a baseball card like that too, where it's him.
I have one with the Braves.
Yeah, it's just a half and half joint where
Yeah.
you got the jersey and then that's.
And Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Bo Jackson
Oh
was.
no! Yeah, they said he hopped off the plane and hit a home run. Like just got off
Yeah.
the plane. Like
He went to the Pro Bowl and was all-star.
was like, all right, y'all.
He went to the Pro Bowl and was an all-star in baseball the same season.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of endurance. Is that something that you think you would have been able to do? You would have been able to pull off playing football and baseball? Like,
I tried. I tried out for the Silverbacks semi-pro team.
Semi-pro, yeah.
This was one of my off seasons for baseball when I was playing in Colorado.
Okay.
Came back home, tried out, made the squad, but when I got hit, and after practice, I felt it. I said, I'm done. And because at that point, I was 22. I haven't played football consistently since I was 15. So those 7 years not
Then
playing
coming
football,
back and then getting sore in body. Yeah, nah,
I say, yeah, I'm done.
right.
definitely makes a difference.
It does.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that, man. I ain't gonna lie. And then like semi-pro, right? Do they get insured?
Depending on the club.
Oh, okay.
Now, with I don't know the ins and outs with football, but I know with baseball, semi, minor, and MLB, you get insured.
Okay.
So with like the minor league, Akron Rubber Ducks, for example, their salary ranges between 40 and 60,000 a year,
Right.
because your ultimate goal is MLB.
Yeah.
And then when you go in the draft, you'd sign a $20 million signing bonus from minor league. So you're still making that 40,000, but you sign a $20 million signing bonus.
Right.
And then after that contract, then that's when you
that's
get
when
the
they get
10
the money.
years for 500 million.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
Big boy money.
Yeah, that money is ridiculous, dog.
and that's just off a contract. We're not even talking endorsements.
Yeah,
and
endorsements and
incentives.
stuff, right. Yeah.
This is standard.
Yeah, and I think I mean, I don't think that should be like the reason why kids should go join baseball or whatever.
No.
But I mean, like financially, if you're thinking about it, like I mean, the equipment isn't as expensive, right? You're buying gloves,
And a
you're buying-
bat, some cleats.
bats, cleats.
Yes. Now, when I was coming up, we didn't shop at Dick's. My mom, she got all my equipment from Play It Again Sports.
Play it against sports.
Now, when she seen that I could play D1 ball, that's when I got the brand new Swingman cleats
From
from,
the-
Dick's that cost $150. I loved them, and but I respect, the Play It Against, because you get gloves for $5,
Right.
pair of cleats for $10. You get your whole
Right.
equipment bag less than $100.
Yeah.
So they're out there. I hear a lot of parents saying, "Oh, baseball's more expensive than football and basketball." Yes, if you're going the brand new route.
Right.
But you can start out used. There's nothing wrong with used because it
no,
all works the same.
And like, yeah, man, we're swinging. We're going to damage these bats. We're out here swinging and stuff. Yeah, so
The used gloves is in
Yeah,
some
and it's
ways
broken
be better
in,
because it's
yeah.
already broken in.
a
you
little
know what I
bit,
mean?
yeah, got a little firmness. You can, yeah, as long as ain't nobody been drilling fastballs at it all here. But
Yes.
Yeah.
that's
What position did you play? Are you just a multi-position player?
Started out as a third baseman. I'm a lefty. So as you got older, they moved you because you have to turn all the way around to
throw the ball. Yeah.
So then they moved me to first base. They used to call me Rubber Band Man. I used to get all the scoops because my infield couldn't throw the ball well. So I would scoop it, do no looks, backhands. It was crazy.
You like Pat Mahomes with the shit on the baseball field.
Yes, no look. And then middle school to high school, I got my height, and I was catching catches like Ken Griffey at the wall. So I've been playing center field, left and right from junior high to college.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So how did that translate, like playing on the field, to analytics and? You know what I'm saying?
I've always been a statistic person. Back in the day, you had Sports Center top 10.
Right.
Yeah.
That's old school for you guys, even though they don't have that anymore. But I always used to talk numbers and divide and figure out what were their batting averages, what were their scoring averages in all sports.
Right.
So the analytics coach is behind the scenes, but how I work is that you figure out for the pitcher what's the best pitch for him to throw against this player. So it's a lot of the brain.
Yeah.
So like if you, like for example with baseball, your 4 and 5 hitter is your power hitter.
Right.
You watch to see old film to see what gets him. Is it the curve, the knuckle, the changeup? You throw 2 or 3 of those pitches at him.
Just see what he do. Yeah. Right.
So it's a lot of those analytics in play.
Oh yeah.
Statistics.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, man. Like, because I'm sure there's a lot of that go behind the scenes when you think about pitching and like lineups and stuff like that, right? You gotta take in consideration, like, okay, well, maybe, I mean, like some days the guy before him might hit good, so he immediately becomes like a better hitter now. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy, he feeding off of energy behind the guy or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So adjusting for that got to be wild. You know what I'm saying? But how do y'all, you know what I'm saying, do y'all switch y'all lineups based on how other people?
For the most part, yes. Depending on the record, depending on, sometimes they'll switch different people from the bullpen to throw things off, but we prepare ahead of game. So we get the lineups literally 48 hours before the game. So that gives us enough time to
do what y'all need to.
Because right now we're still in the open portal for transfer students. And right now we have up until late September, and then that transfer portal ends because school starts back up August 28th.
Right.
So
yeah. And then after that, y'all locked in with y'all team and with y'all.
After Labor Day.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's dope, man. Damn, what the fuck was I about to say, man?
Yeah, man, it's been a rainy, slow day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely fucked up my train of thought. But since we just right off of the head, so we talking about it being a rainy day. Are sloppy baseball conditions? You think that makes the games a little more interesting, or?
Honestly, yes. If we had more African Americans playing, it wouldn't be boring.
Yeah.
But when you only see 1 or 2 with our complexion,
it's hard to
stay engaged.
Yeah, that's real.
People that I know, they tune in 9th inning, game tie.
Yeah.
Bottom of the 7th.
You got a bases loaded. That's the excitement. Back in the day, I used to just watch games to study because back then we didn't have YouTube. So that was my practice.
Right.
Watching from 1st to 9th or extra innings.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you can go on YouTube and type in a tutorial and learn how to hit like the kid.
Right.
You don't have to watch the whole game.
Yeah. Just go in there and be like, yeah, man, I practice his stance all day.
All day.
Yeah. What are some of the what's the most challenging part about being a coach? I'm gonna just ask that.
Most challenging. Figuring out if this is what you really want to do.
Okay.
And I feel that goes for anything you're trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Cause like, is there a point where you look at a child and you like, okay, this kid he's going to put in the effort to try to be a pro, or this kid this is what he's going to do for fun for the rest of his life.
Looking at it from a coach's aspect and from a player, I remember with my mom when I was younger, she had to tell me to keep practicing.
Right.
Because us as kids in grade school, and if you're hanging with people that are not doing what you do,
Right. I'm gonna go do this.
so she stayed on me until I got to an age where I would just do it without being asked. I will say, "Hey, I practice after school,"
Yeah, I'm about to go. Yeah. Go hit
and
the
I
ball.
used to just do anything: walk to the park, go in the basement, throw tennis balls off the wall, hit different angles to improve my game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in a live game, when you're on the dirt, the field is not always even. You may have potholes and cracks, and that ball will take a different hop.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and that's something that they don't teach when you're practicing with your school, travel league,
Right.
summer league.
Oh yeah, like pay attention to the field conditions, all of that, right? And then I guess it would practicing, I guess, to get you better at being able to just direction hit, right? 'Cause
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure people, I mean, like they're drilling these balls down and curves and all of this, so it's already hard to try to hit it where you want to.
Right.
And these young boys just throwing 80-mile-per-hour pitches, and they in high school, and it's just, the game is crazy right now.
And now it's even more experience because now in the MLB they're throwing over 100 regular.
Yeah.
Their slow pitch is your curve, and that's 85, 90.
85, yeah, that's still.
In the changeup or a knuckleball is 85, 90.
Yeah,
Like with him,
yeah,
he just
yeah.
threw a changeup. It was 89.
88, yeah,
He smacked it.
And he smacked it. Good eye-hand coordination.
Yeah, that is crazy though. Just to think about that, man, it's like the reaction speed between the time he let that ball go and you putting the bat where you think it's gonna be is just amazing.
It takes a tremendous amount of skill.
Yeah, I'm sure sometimes it's luck, but like most of the time it's like, yo,
Yeah.
I think he gonna throw it here, and I'm swinging for the fence if I think I
Right.
can get it. Yeah.
Because that's one thing I feel that I'm not trying to bring back the Negro Leagues because we're not in that era anymore, but I'm trying to bring the African American League.
Right.
Say that.
And honestly, when you look at the history books, we're top 10.
Yeah.
And it's one every African American on each team back in the day, and we're the ones that's in the record books, not other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So if we can come together as a collective with this sport, because we actually own the sport.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to somebody the other day. Technically, the NFL and the NBA was an all Caucasian organization. We
Right.
forced ourselves in their league. We had baseball.
Right.
So people say, oh, it's a black league. It's still not because Jerry West is the logo of the NBA.
Right. Yeah,
And then the NFL, so I mean,
Right,
people were
right,
saying, how come Kobe's not the logo or Jordan? Until you get a league yourself, it's not going to
never gonna
change.
happen.
yeah,
Right. Yeah.
definitely. But Jordan became so big, he got his own logo. So
Right.
he ain't tripping.
Man, right. Yeah, man. It's good to see what you're doing, man. And look forward to seeing the projects, man. What's going on with you?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
We'll always pull up, man. If you give us some space and some plugs, man.
Oh, yes,
we
sir.
hear the
You
podcast.
guys are available. You can stop through. It's going to be a nice day. Hot dogs, chicken, chips, fries. It's going to be a
sure.
good outing.
For sure.
Definitely, man. August 12th, y'all. Patterson Park, Akron, Ohio.
Yeah, man. Eventbrite is how you just get online, look up Donnie Brooks, or just type in the Akron Baseball Project. It's the only camp that's gonna be on there.
Yeah, man. And kids 7 through 17, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, so and it's a free event. It's
Yeah, it's free,
got
man.
nothing
For
to
the day,
lose.
August 12th. You can bring your kid out and
Right before school start back up.
yeah, let them run some energy out. Yeah, learn something new. You never know; they might pick up something they like.
Yeah, or they just might, polish up on a skill that they're already working on.
Yeah. Because this is for all kids.
Absolutely. How do you feel about the upcoming, next seasons for Akron U baseball squad?
I see potential
Okay.
to get better, and that's the start for right now. Is to get better, get our foundation, and move forward.
Okay. This past season wasn't too good, or
Um,
learning experience?
Learning experience could have been better.
For sure.
Always room for growth.
Definitely.
Oh,
Definitely.
Oh yeah, man. Well, thank you, brother, for coming on here.
I appreciate you guys for inviting me.
Yeah,
No
man.
doubt. We appreciate you pulling up, man.
Yeah, man. You already know, bro. Without you, ain't no us, man. And the door's always open, man. So you
Appreciate
always
it.
come through.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Donnie
man.
Brooks, y'all.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. Normally we hit a bunch of buttons, with our like I said, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, a bunch of other shit on the outro.
Right.
But instead, man, go on and shout your social media handles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How can everybody find
How
you?
can we find you?
Facebook, Instagram, Eventbrite, West Akron, Donnie Brooks on Facebook, Donnie Brooks on IG. So first and last, Donnie Brooks presents the Akron Baseball Project,
Yeah.
Eventbrite. So anything Donnie Brooks, you'll see it.
Yeah. So if they trying to contact you and trying to get in touch with the project or whatever, they just
You can hit me up on social media, IG, Facebook, and also Eventbrite. It asks for your name and email, and then I can contact you through email as well too.
Okay,
For sure.
cool.
Make sure you send the flyer so we can share it.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yep.
Hell yeah, man. Again, thanks again for coming out,
I
bro.
appreciate you guys.
Yep. On that note, we gone.
Yeah.